Hey, and welcome to another piping hot edition of Hey, We're Talking. Don't do that. Don't do that. And again, it's just me and Bob. And we have on the same shirts that we had on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Everything looks the same. It's bizarre.
So I have a white T-shirt on.
Your wife said you can't wear it, though. Don't do it.
Yeah, I know. She said I cannot wear this white shirt because there's like a little stain or something right here. But
I can't really see it. Oh, now I do.
Maybe I do.
It's like a grease. It's like a grease spot.
No, I don't.
It's like you spilled some juice out of like a tortilla or something.
I probably did because I mean.
Did you have a tortilla?
No, I haven't.
Did you have a burrito or anything like that?
No, not recently.
Did you?
But
it's something oily. Did you have?
I don't know what it is.
What did you eat?
She just said I can't wear the white T-shirt.
Okay.
And I'm like, you got to understand the white T-shirt is kind of my thing on the show.
It is, but I like this shirt. I was going to compliment it, but I forgot.
Really? This is a El Cheapo shirt that I've had for honestly, I've had it for at least 8 years.
No way.
Oh, I'm serious. It's one of those ones I only wear during the cold weather, and it's held up.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty cheap and basic. I think I paid like $6 for it or something.
Yeah, that's awesome. When you're like not a fat dude, you can get clothes for super cheap.
Well, yeah, I guess
$6 shirts.
Well, no, you know
add
what?
Another 30 or 40 to it for a guy.
Well, what I do, one of the things I love to do is I love to go to Old Navy and Macy's and Kohl's and all that stuff, and I search the clearance racks.
Yeah, we talked about you're frugal.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's certain things I just don't like to spend money on. There's other things, like if we're talking fishing gear, dude, I'll go spend.
Do you get the best?
Like my fishing pole, my main pole that I use all the time, the rod and the reel.
Yeah.
It's like $220.
Okay.
But I'll buy a $6 shirt.
That's good.
For 10 years.
You have priorities. I get it.
Well, I do cheap on one thing to ultimately spend my money on other things.
It's completely understandable. I get it. I really do.
Then why the heck do you keep making fun of me, Scott?
Because you are very frugal in most cases. Like, you don't go out to eat all the time. You're very different than most Americans.
I did go out to eat today for lunch.
You live like no one else, so you can live like no one else. Boom, Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, I don't. Actually.
You never heard that in your. I know you know the Dave Ramsey stuff.
Yeah, I did the Dave Ramsey program,
but
and
he says that's
financial
his big
freedom, and
that's his big thing. Live like no one else, so that you can live like no one else. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I do.
I had to slow it down so you could understand it. I'm sorry.
Oh, because I'm not intelligent.
Yes, you
I
are.
get
No,
it now.
you're very intelligent.
Yes.
Don't say it. Don't be mean. I wasn't trying to pick on you. It just happened on accident.
Whatever. This show is just derailed.
It has been derailed, but you have a topic that you want to talk about. It actually came out a couple of days ago, but you wanted to talk about it.
Well, it came out a while ago, but
no, it came out like 5 days ago.
5 days ago. That's a while now.
That's a while?
To me.
Okay, 5 days ago. What happened?
See, these listeners, they're gonna side with me. You're really just getting at me today. You're like
I am
pouncing on everything I say.
Everybody says I'm being a jerk right now, and I don't know what I'm not trying to be.
Are you extra stressed or something?
No.
Is over?
No. I think it's just I don't know.
You're just getting older and crabby and more gray?
I have no idea.
So the Tenacious D album came out. Which I'm a huge fan of Tenacious D, so that's super exciting.
The songs, most of them are really dirty, though.
They're very inappropriate.
They're inappropriate. So if you're like, oh, wow, they were talking about Tenacious D on Hey, We're Talking, I'm going to get it for my son. Then you'll be like, what is wrong with these people?
It's not appropriate for kids.
No.
I mean, it really
it's not appropriate for anybody, really, but it's funny.
But I recently got to see them on Hot Ones, which that was actually very funny.
It was
so
really
Hot
good.
Ones, we've talked about this before on the show. Just look it up on YouTube.
We're fans of Hot Ones for sure.
It's just somebody who sits down and interviews different celebrities, and while they're interviewing them, he's got like what is it, like 10 or 8?
10 wings.
10 wings, hot wings that
they go from
that they
hot
eat
to extremely hot, burn your face off.
Yes. So, and they just have a whole conversation while that happens. Well, Tenacious D was on there, and that was absolutely hilarious.
Is the host's name Sean? Am I wrong?
Yeah, Sean something or other.
But he's a Chicago dude.
Is he? I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Chicago originally. But he interviews these guys, and it started out just like this thing where they would get some obscure people on there. And now it's just like, dude, Jack Black was on Hot Ones.
Well, dude, their list of people that have been on Hot Ones is ever growing.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
They've had some of The
Rock has not been on there yet, I don't think.
No, just in time. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen because people, it's like huge people. The that guy who talks really weird from Jurassic Park, what is his name? Gosh,
Chris Pratt?
No. The old Jurassic, the very first Jurassic Park. The guy with the glasses and
the guy from The Fly.
Yes, what's his name? Cheryl's yelling.
Our listeners are just yelling at us
right now. She's like, "Oh, I almost just had it. Dang it! I can't believe I can't remember." Anyway, he was on Hot Ones like a couple of weeks ago, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Well, here's the good thing. We have this search engine that I use called Google.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but there's this thing called Google.
Yes, and if you guys haven't used it, you should try using it. It
has answers to just about everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, it does. It's amazing, and it's pretty quick. It feels like you put the question in there, and Google will find it for you very quickly.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, Goldblum. Look, my Google's talking to me because I just said something to it. Isn't
That's
crazy?
creepy.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of, let me tell you this. Speaking of Google doing something crazy, this new TV that I bought when we moved here, it's gigantic. It's so freaking amazing.
How many inches?
It's 70 inches.
Dang, that's nice.
It's so awesome. But it's Google Assistant connected. So I'm sitting in a different room, and all of a sudden I hear Google say something, and it turns my TV on. It just turns it on all by itself. I didn't say anything to it. In fact, I was in bed, and I heard it talk, and I got up, and I was like, what the heck? And I looked, and the TV turned on. It turned on television.
That's weird.
It's crazy. We're just inviting everyone to hear everything that we say for our whole entire lives.
Yeah, that's another conspiracy theory edition of Hey, We're Talking.
We do need to get deep into that. Okay, but let's go back to Tenacious D. They were on Hot Ones. Jack Black and KG. What's his real name?
Kyle Gass.
Yeah.
Because he's gassy.
That's probably, isn't that his real name?
No, I don't know what his real last name is. I'll Google it. By the way, Google, if you want to sponsor Hey We're Talking, just let us know. You can put us at the top of your feed.
Hey Google.
You know, it's cool to Google.
Do you want to sponsor Hey We're Talking?
My apologies. I don't understand.
Doesn't understand.
Well, that's a weird voice.
I chose that voice. There's different voices you can choose for it.
That sounds totally AI. That does not sound fake at all.
I didn't want there's a guy that's got this like really like, it's like the deeper voice. And I wanted a guy that sounded more whiny and nasally like me. So that's what I chose. There you go.
You surround yourself with people that are like you. So yeah, makes sense.
I feel normal.
What was I Googling?
You were looking up Kyle Gass's real name.
Oh yeah.
So Kyle, there was actually a thing on Hot Ones where they talked about how they met. And Kyle's a little bit older than Jack, I believe, but they were in like an improv class or something like that. And he said that he didn't really like Jack at first because he was so good. He was so funny.
His name is Kyle Richard Gass.
I told you.
What's Jack Black's real name?
I don't know. Does he have a different last name than Black?
No.
I don't know.
But his name is Thomas Jacob Black.
Nice. You know, I don't know if this is true or not, but Danny Black says that they are related. And now when I look at Jack Black, I'm like, I can see that.
No, they're really...
Yes, I'm not joking. And they're all from the West Coast. Black. His whole family's West Coast. I think they're related. I've never heard
Danny Black say that.
Yes, he did. Danny, if you fooled me, just tell us. But I think Danny, they are really related.
If you were serious, if he's like your 80th cousin... You need to hook it up.
He's a cousin, I'm telling you.
Danny, you need to hook it up. Jack Black is like one of my people.
I know.
That I could never meet. Who
knows if Danny's ever met him?
Then how would he know he's
I'm telling you, I think they're related. Listen, we're going to find out. Danny's going to let us know. And then what we're going to do is next time Danny's here, he's going to be coming to America again. We're setting this whole thing up. We're going to get him in a room with us and we're going to have fun. Go ahead.
Okay. Every time you mention coming to America.
We're coming to America.
The only thing I remember, the only thing that comes to my head is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And the same scene pops into my head.
Is it
your royal penis is clean, sir?
Why would you say it? Don't say that.
That's the only, as soon as somebody says coming to America, that's the first thing that pops into my head every single time.
Dude.
Because that was hilarious.
It's a family show. Sort of.
What is?
I guess penis is the correct terminology.
Yeah.
So.
And if somebody cleans it, that's fine.
Just stop. There's other scenes that I remember from Coming to America when I think about that movie.
So we've been talking about Tenacious D a little bit.
Yeah.
Now one of the, if you remember the Pick of Destiny album from Tenacious D, Dave Grohl was the drummer on that entire album, which was awesome. Which kind of leads us to
in the movie, what was Dave Grohl?
He was the devil.
He was.
Which is awesome. But speaking of that, though, have you seen some of the most recent videos of Dave Grohl, getting a little kid up on stage and playing a Metallica song together?
The kid, at first I thought the kid was going to be amazing, and he did okay. But he kind of flubbed a little bit. But he's a little kid.
But he's a little kid on stage.
And he's up in front of 20,000 people. Yeah. It's probably pretty. But he's been doing that a lot. And by the way, speaking of Dave Grohl being the devil in the Pick of Destiny, I just saw a thing where he went out to eat somewhere and the bill was like $333 and he left a $333 tip so it could be $666. I'm not supposed to laugh at that, but that's funny.
Well, you know that Dave Grohl's not worshiping the devil, so
I don't know for certain, but I don't think so.
No. One of the things and why I have such a man crush on Dave Grohl, something that I recently saw, because I've told you guys on the show here before that I obsess over people sometimes, like Dave Matthews, Dave Grohl. Maybe it's a Dave thing.
I know. I know
somebody else named David. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just that. But
we were meant to be together.
I try to watch all their videos and interviews and stuff like that, just being a fan. And there was one recently, I think it was on, I want to say 60 Minutes, but I don't know if that's right. It was with Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
And the question to Dave was, do you have political views and this and this and that? And Dave's like, yeah, of course I have my personal opinions. And and Dave Grohl literally just said, but I don't voice them at my concerts. And the reason I don't is because when people go to my concert, that's a time that from whatever political background, racial background, financial background, whatever background you were in, none of that crap matters. The whole point of you coming to this concert is for music. And I'm not going to go spew whatever I feel or believe or whatever and say that at my concerts. It's a time for everyone to leave their crap at the door and come in and just enjoy music. And that's part of the reason that I love Dave Grohl. And there's some musicians out there that, they're great musicians and they have a totally different political view than myself. We disagree on things, but I really try to set that aside and go, okay, well, that's politics. That's whatever. I'm just going to still enjoy their music. So, but for Dave just to kind of come out and say, hey, here's why I don't do it. I love that.
It just seems like, again, we talked about Michael Jordan a couple of weeks ago when we did a show together.
Right.
And Michael Jordan said that Republicans buy sneakers too. That's why he never chose political sides and talked about things because there's a whole bunch of people, if Dave really went crazy and was like always just like Trump sucks, this and that, he's losing people.
Right. he's going to lose a percentage. And I think some of the larger bands have lost people going into their concerts and stuff like that because of it. But again, and I left, right, whatever. I'm not even going to get into that.
We know how you feel, Bob. You're straight down the middle.
I just love the fact that somebody like Dave just says, no, it's about the music. That's all it is.
What does he say about the coffee? What is it? More
I have
cups? What is it? What does he say?
Fresh pot!
Fresh pot. Yes, fresh pots.
If you haven't seen that, just go on YouTube and type in fresh pot Dave Grohl. And he's got this obsession with
he drinks
coffee.
Like 5 pots of coffee a day. Like no joke.
But when you're in a studio all day and you're trying to be creative and your mind has to keep going, you're going to keep drinking coffee. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
about this, his doctor told him he needs to stop.
Yes, because that's all he drinks is coffee.
Fresh pots.
And then in the evening before his concerts, whiskey. So,
oh boy,
yeah.
Does he still smoke? I can't remember if he quit smoking or not. I think he still smokes.
I don't know if he does or not.
Yeah, I think he does. Man, it's so
either way.
But he's like a skinny guy like you. So I mean, we'll just hope and pray that it doesn't come up and bite him someday.
No, I mean Dave seems to be going strong, doing well. I mean, dude. Oh, so let me throw this out there.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of rumors lately that he's going to do a little Nirvana reunion.
Yeah, they had some people. They did something on stage at one of the concerts recently where Chris Novoselic was there.
I know they did, but to jam out with your buddies, your old friends,
who's going to be Kurt Cobain? He's gone. What do you do?
Dave would do it.
That's true.
Why can't he?
And then, I mean, Pat Smear can just be the extra person, right?
Yeah, because he was from...
he was in Nirvana. Wasn't he in Nirvana at one point?
Yes.
Yeah.
His name always makes me laugh, by the way.
It can't be his real name. It's a take on Pap Smear is what my guess is. And so he's Pat Smear.
Speaking of that, any of you ladies listening
oh my gosh.
to the show... Go take care of that. Just get it done. You know what? Better to be safe.
That was October.
Sorry.
This is November.
No, that was September.
Oh, was it September?
October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. September was
Kaylee's
cancer.
thing?
Yeah, September was Kaylee's thing.
You can still go give money to Kaylee's charity, by the way.
You can. And October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay.
But there's for some reason it gets overlooked because
and what's November's the guy thing, isn't it? Pancreatic cancer, or what is it? Or no, not pancreatic. Your butt. It's for your butt. What's that called?
Prostate?
Yeah, prostate cancer. All right, listen.
I don't think that's
I gotta stop. What are you doing to me here? And I keep forgetting I'm doing this at the end of the show, not on purpose, but I want to talk about our sponsors real quick before we go. Go to Numa Coffee. Great coffee. Bob drinks their coffee. I drink their coffee. Derek drinks their coffee. Numa Coffee is the best. You got to try it. Trust me, just try it, okay? Try it. You'll love it. So go to Numa Coffee, PNEUMA coffee.com. Use that coupon code HWT, 20% off. And if you're a pipe smoker, you want to get that cool, dry smoke, and you can get that with the radiator pipe. Hector Weeb is the creator of the radiator pipe. It's HWIEBE.com. That's HWIEBE.com. Put in that coupon code HWT. Get yourself 15% off a radiator pipe, and you'll be having a cool, dry smoke. Bob, you look very perplexed. What are you looking at?
November is actually Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month.
It's not prostate?
No, it was that was actually
That's
September.
Movember. Remember Movember where you grow a mustache? What is that?
That was September.
No, Movember. What is Movember for then? It's for dudes. It's something to do with dudes.
That's probably...
It's they grow a mustache or whatever, a beard or whatever.
Well, that's just No Shave November.
No, but it was for... Oh, gosh. Listen, we'll find out and we'll tell you on the next show or something. No, we'll
I have no idea what that means.
Okay. Well, again, I don't know if we really covered everything we wanted to talk about, but we did our best. We talked about Tenacious D. We talked about the Foo Fighters. And go check out that stuff. Not that they're giving us anything. I mean, Tenacious D, if you want to sponsor the program, you know we're totally in.
And Dave Grohl, just hit me up, dude.
Yeah.
Just, here's my number. Beep, beep, beep,
Isn't it amazing just think of this, though. Of all the people that might actually come on our show just to be who they are, Dave Grohl might actually do it. We should start some kind of campaign to get Dave on the show.
I tried to start a campaign to give Dave Grohl the pick of destiny when I went and saw him in concert, and I got to see him from about 25 feet away, and he waved at us, and that was that. And I was like, damn it.
So let's figure that out. Let's see. We'll start a campaign to get Dave on the show. Until then, just remember, you've been listening to Hey We're Talking. It's a wonderful program. We'll see you next time.
See you.